All right, let's turn to the anti-government demonstration sweeping across Iran. CBS News has learned President Donald Trump is weighing new military operations to respond to those crackdowns. Now, the plans on the table could range anywhere from military, cyber, and even psychological missions. Trump's national security team is set to meet and discuss that sometime today. Meanwhile, on the ground in Tehran, thousands continue to demonstrate in all of Iran's 31 provinces, and according to a UN rights office, hundreds have been killed. CBS News asked Iran's exiled crown prince about the rising death toll. Here is what he had to say.
This is a war, and war has casualties. In fact, in order to preserve and protect and minimize the death toll, minimize innocent victims yet again be killed by this regime, action is needed.
CBS News senior foreign correspondent Holly Williams is in neighboring Iraq with the latest.
An Iranian official says the death toll in the protest is around 2,000, according to the Reuters news agency. But that official apparently blamed, quote, terrorists for the deaths, despite videos that appear to show Iranian security personnel opening fire on the protesters. Now, we cannot independently verify the number of dead, but President Trump has repeatedly threatened to hit Iran very hard if protesters are killed. US officials told CBS News that Trump has been briefed on an array of options, not just military strikes against Iran, but also cyber operations and psychological campaigns. Last night, the president announced a new 25% tariff on any country doing business with Iran. The Iranian government organized its own mass rallies yesterday, with a senior Iranian official calling President Trump delusional and arrogant and warning that Iran will retaliate if the US takes military action. But behind closed doors, it seems that Iran is seeking a diplomatic solution to this crisis, with direct communications taking place between Iran's foreign minister and President Trump's special envoy, Steve Witkoff. Holly Williams, CBS News, Koya in northern Iraq.
And for more on this, let's go live outside the White House to CBS News White House reporter Erin Navarro. Erin, good to see you today. So officials still say there is room for diplomatic negotiations in all of this, but is there a meeting on the books between U.S. and Iranian leaders to talk this out?
Mugo, good to be with you. At least getting that meeting in the works seemed to be something at the beginning of today was, being discussed. But President Trump seemed to pour cold water on that with a new Truth Social out earlier this morning. In it, he wrote, quote, Iranian patriots keep protesting. You're seeing it now on your screen. Take over your institutions. He goes on to add, I have canceled all meetings with Iranian officials until the senseless killing of protesters stops. Help is on its way. President Trump did not take questions on this when asked by reporters here at the White House before he left for Detroit. He may speak to reporters on Air Force One en route to Detroit. But President Trump originally had kept these diplomatic channels open, and that was also the message coming out of Iran. We know that Iran's foreign minister and U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff talked this past weekend and were supposedly and reportedly in talks to negotiate scheduling a meeting. But President Trump seemed to pour cold water on that after more images and videos from Iran came out.
Yeah, and we know the president, he is heading to Detroit, Michigan today. What can we expect from that visit?
He gave a little bit of a preview when speaking to reporters here at the White House, touting how the inflation numbers have held steady, touting the state of the economy. Take a listen to what he told reporters on the White House South Lawn earlier today.
We're going to Detroit. We'll be talking about how well the economy is doing. As you know, the inflation numbers just came out, and we have very low inflation, so that would give Too-Late Powell the chance to give us a nice, beautiful, big rate cut, which would be great for the country. But rates are falling also, and growth is going up. We have tremendous growth numbers, so growth is going up. So I'll be talking about that today in Detroit, the big speech, and I can only say that the country's doing well.
And this speech in Detroit is the latest in his domestic side speeches for President Trump, as a lot of the focus has been on foreign policy, though his team says that he will be doing more domestic side events, especially leading up to the midterm elections this November, where affordability and standard of living are top issues for voters this year.
Okay, Aaron Navarro outside the White House for us today. Thank you.